building a complex blueprint. In this lab, we're going to build a complex multi-tier blueprint that is running in a hybrid cloud, that is, both in a public and private cloud. I'm going to navigate over to our designer perspective, and we are going to highlight our internal project. And we're going to create a new blueprint. I'm going to call this Complex Blueprint 16. I'm going to save that. And then we are going to open that up. Under our blueprints, there it is, Complex Blueprint. We're going to expand the screen by clicking on View Control Full Screen. And then we're going to come over here to our container list. We're going to drag over a Cloud Affinity 1 and Cloud Affinity 2. Then we're going to rename these Public Cloud, OK, and Private Cloud. Okay, now that we've renamed them, what we want to do is put a little separation between these two. And if you grab the corner caret, you can expand that out as well. Now we want to put a couple workloads onto our public and private clouds. So we're going to come over here, we're going to drag over 5.8 times 64 1 and a 5.8 64 2. And we're going to pull one over here into our private cloud as well. Now, our first workload here in the public cloud, we're going to rename this our web server front end. And we're going to go into the workload settings. We're going to make 2 instances, and then we are going to go back, add some scaling actions to it. Let's put some scale up threshold conditions in place. So when it's 50% being used, it will go up. It will go up a maximum of 10 instances. It will move by 1, check every 5 minutes. And on the scale down, when it hits 80%, 2 usages will decrease by 1. It won't stop. We'll actually release that instance, and we'll check every 5 minutes. Now we also want to add some conditions as well and name them. We're going to name the first one CPU scale up threshold. And these are all normal conditions. And we're going to check every 5 minutes. When the average CPU utilization is greater than or equal to 75%. And we're going to add that. We're going to do the same thing at the network level. So we're going to add a network scale up threshold. And that's when the average interface of packets is greater than or equal to, we'll say 350. And we'll say OK. Oop, and we check every 5 minutes. We're going to do the same thing on the scaling down. We're going to add some conditions as well. So we're going to call this CPU scale down threshold. And we're going to, again, say it's normal. It's going to check every 5 minutes. And when the CPU utilization falls to less than 33%. And we will add an additional network scale down threshold. Network scale down. Again, these are normal events every 5 minutes. When the average interface, so packets will say less than 150. Okay. Now we're going to go in and save those changes. End of